It began with a letter taped to my door. Bold red ink shouted mandatory tree height compliance. My 21-foot-tall pines had to be cut down to 12 feet. They claimed the trees violated the view of the golf course. But these trees were not obstacles. They were the last gift from my father, who'd planted them decades ago. And they were the only shield of privacy between my home and strangers swinging golf clubs just behind my fence. In the mandatory meeting, I showed pictures proving the trees were healthy, but the HOA president just sneered. Rules are rules. Cut them down to 12 feet or pay $500 a week. They gave me 14 days. I agreed, but in my own way. I hired the most expensive certified arborists in the county. 2 cranes, 4 chainsaws, harnesses, a 6-man crew. They worked for 2 full days carefully trimming the trees, preserving them with special treatment, and leaving every cut perfect. The invoice was $21,500. I mailed it straight to the HOA, with a copy to the president who'd demanded the trees be cut. Per your mandate, here is the bill. Remit payment immediately. They screamed on the phone saying they would not pay. But I had already copied the invoice to my attorney and the county property board. Within weeks, the board ruled the HOA had gone beyond normal maintenance, and they were liable for full reimbursement. At the next meeting, the treasurer announced the HOA reserve fund had to cover the cost. The president stared down, red-faced, while neighbors whispered. The best part? The trees still blocked the golfer's view, just thicker and greener than before. And with the reimbursement, I planted an even denser hedge. Now my yard is private. The HOA budget is bleeding, and the so-called enforcers refuse to look me in the eye. Their rule became their downfall, and every time I see those pines, I remember how one letter turned into victory.